Good morning, dear students. Welcome to botany class. Chapter 2 Classical Genetics. We are continuing. In this chapter, today 2.3 monohybrid cross. Mendel monohybrid cross we are going to discuss along with reciprocal cross. Let us start. Dear students, Mendel was called as father of genetics. He conducted experiments in plant hybridization. He chosen garden pea plant and he conducted experiments on it. Monohybrid inheritance is the inheritance of a single character, namely plant height. Monohybrid cross means the cross which involves inheritance of single character, which means the inheritance of two alleles of a single gene. Mendel, when he selected garden pea plant in which stem height or plant height as the single character for the inheritance. When the F1 generation was selved, Mendel noticed that out of 1064 in which 787 plants in the F2 generation were tall, while out of 1064, 277 of them were dwarf. In monohybrid cross, plant height in which two alternative forms are selected by Mendel, the contrasting forms, namely tall and dwarf. The dwarf trait is disappeared in the F1 generation only, but it reappears in the F2 generation. The term genotype is the genetic constituent of an individual. The term phenotype, which refers to the observable characteristic of an organism. In a genetic cross, the genotypes and phenotypes of offspring resulting from combining gametes during fertilization can be easily understood with the help of a diagram called Punnett checkerboard. Dear student, you are seeing the Mendel's monohybrid cross with the Punnett checkerboard over here. Punnett square, named after a British geneticist Reginald C. Punnett. It's a graphical representation to calculate the probability of all possible genotypes of offsprings in a genetic cross. The law of dominance and the law of segregation give suitable explanation to Mendel's monohybrid cross. Dear students, Mendel also proves that sex does not influence the result of the monohybrid cross. He explained through by a method called as reciprocal cross. In one experiment, the tall pea plants were pollinated with pollens from true breeding dwarf plants. The result was all tall plants. When the parental types were reversed, that means in the second time all tall pea plants were male, whereas the pure breeding dwarf plants were female. What happened? The result which gave only all tall plants. So when the parental types were reversed, The pollen from the tall plants were used to pollinate dwarf pea plant, which give only tall plants. The result was same, that is all tall plants. It does mean mating are done in both the way, that is dwarf female with tall male or tall female with dwarf male. Mating are done with both the way, which are called reciprocal crosses. The result of reciprocal crosses are same. The result of reciprocal crosses are same. So it was concluded that the trait is not sex dependent. So I am repeating, it is concluded that the trait is not sex dependent. The result of Mendel monohybrid cross were not sex dependent. Keep it in mind. Even though if you change the parental type or if you reverse the parental type, where the result of the Mendel's monohybrid cross is always same in the F1 generation as well as in the F2 generation. The gene for the tall plant, that is the plant which has called as height, has two alleles. The gene for plant height has two alleles, namely capital T and small t. Capital T, which denotes dominancy. So tall is represented by capital T, dwarf is represented by small t. The phenotypic and the genotypic analysis of the crosses has been shown by checkerboard method or by fork line method. Thus, we understood that the result of the reciprocal cross was same. It means that the result of monohybrid crosses were not sex dependent. Dear students, it is very much important to understand sex does not influences in changing of result in Mendel's monohybrid cross. Student, let us continue. The next title, Mendel's analytical and empirical approach. Mendel chose two contrasting traits for each character. Example, plant height or stem height, in which the two contrasting traits are, one is tall and dwarf. So it seems to be logical that two distinct forms or two distinct factors exist. In F1 recessive trait and its factors do not disappear and they are hidden or masked only to reappear in 1/4 of the F2 generation. Dear students, in F1 the recessive trait, in F1 generation the recessive trait and its factors do not disappear and they are hidden or masked only to reappear in 1/4 of the F2 generation. He concluded that tall and dwarf alleles of F1 heterozygote segregate randomly into gametes. Dear students, if you observe in F1 generation of Mendel's monohybrid cross, the result is all were tall but they are hybrid. That means they contain one allele from the tall triad, that is capital T, and one allele from the dwarf triad, that is called small t. So the F1 generation, the genotype is capital T small t. It is called a heterozygote. When the gamete forms, when the F1 generation is self, the gametes in which the alleles for the tall and dwarf of F1 heterozygote segregate and reach randomly into one gamete. That means capital T goes to one gamete and small t goes to another gamete. Mendel got the ratio of F2 generation between the dominant and recessive trait in the monohybrid cross as 3:1. It is called 3:1. The first scientist to use this type of quantitative analysis in biological experiment. Mendel's data is concerned with proportions of offsprings. Mendel analytical approach is truly an outstanding scientific experiment. Mendel's analytical approach is truly an outstanding scientific approach and achievement. His meticulous work and precisely executed the breeding experiments in garden pea plant proposed that discrete particulate units of heredity are present and they are transmitted from one generation to another generation. Now, at present day, we call these discrete particular units of the heredity as genes. Mendel's experiments were well planned to determine the relationship which govern heredity traits. This rationale is called as an empirical approach. Laws that were arrived from the empirical approach is called empirical laws. Dear students, from this video you can understand two important points: that if the sex of the parents are reversed, does not influences the result of the Mendel's monohybrid cross, and the Mendel monohybrid cross in which the experiment, the F1 generation in which the two contrasting trait of the plant height called tall and dwarf, in which dwarf is masked or hidden. It does not disappear, it is masked or hidden, but it is reappeared in the F2 generation. The ratio of F2 generation of genotype in Mendel's monohybrid cross is 3:1. Dear students, you may understood what is monohybrid cross, what is reciprocal cross in detail. Thank you children. On another class we will meet you.